and foremost, I am Sir Chika Nwaoba, and I started my political activism in the year 2017. I started it officially in the year 2017, but I started, on a sketchy mode in 2013. But when it got to 2017, I became more serious about it. And the first brutal attack I was visited with was in 2018 by the government of Engineer David Umahi of Ebonyi State. So at that time, I have businesses that I do. I have physical businesses that I do, and I also do some businesses online. But I am very careful not to expose the places to political vendetta, because they tried all they could. In fact, sometime last year, in 2025, I shut down one of my businesses in Awka, Anambra State, because they got to know the place and they invaded there. Even they picked one of the girls working for me. They picked her then and detained her for like 3 hours before she was released. So I have been passing through difficulties because of my criticism of government and politicians. So it has not been easy at all. It has not been easy. I am also a social media influencer, a blogger as well. So by the grace of God, next month, September, I will officially be a journalist. Then I'll officially be a journalist by next month. So it has not been easy at all. It has not been easy. But I thank God that I've been able to escape some of the imminent or threatening attacks. Ever since 2018, I was attacked. March 2018, I was attacked. I have been receiving many other attacks. In 2020, I was attacked. 2022, I was attacked. 2024, I was attacked. 2025, I was attacked. This year, 2026, I was again attacked. My wife was beaten up, manhandled, taken away by the DSS, and she slept in their cell for 24. My driver was also manhandled, injuries over his body, and was detained in the DSS in Abakaliki for 17 good days, for not committing any crime.
How about your wife? How about your wife, and how did that happen?
Well,
how did that happen exactly?
How it happened was that on the 30th of July, somebody somewhere reached out to my driver in Awka and told him to come and pick a load, because my driver was a public driver, public vehicle driver. So he was into logistics. Then if you dial his phone number, then you will see driver in it. So that's why they were able to know that he is into driving. So they called him and told him to come to somewhere. There is a load for him to carry, to deliver to somewhere. Then he told the person that he was busy at Agwata that day in Anambra, that he would refer him to someone else who has the chance, the time to carry the load. so that himself is no longer into public transport system. Then he gave them the phone number of that driver. Then they went and picked the person he gave his phone number to, to the other man on the other side of the call. Then he did not know what was happening. He didn't know. He never knew. So they arrested that one. Should I even call it arrest? They picked that one and told him that he wasn't the target, that he should just cooperate, that they should tell the other person, the person that connected the two of them, that the load he wants to, to carry is very heavy, such that, it's a big deal. Let him come, let the two of them do that deal, carry that deal out, that it is not what one vehicle, one small vehicle could carry or could convey. Then he told him to come to Aroma Junction or Aroma Flyover in Awka. There is an extra vehicle that he could use to, to load the logistics or something of that nature. So he came, not knowing that it was a setup. As soon as he arrived the location, they double-crossed him, picked him, forced him into another vehicle, and took charge of my wife's vehicle that he was driving, because he went to get something for my wife in the house. So they told him that they didn't come for him, that he should lure me, he should take them to my house in Awka, that that's all they need from him. So the guy was trying to be protective of me. So, he did all he could do. Then they started beating him, kicking him, treating him as though he was a criminal. Then at the end of the day, what later exposed my house to them was my wife called in, because he was already delaying. My wife expected that he should have been in the house, judging from the time he went to pick that stuff. So why is he still delaying? He should come back by now. Then, as soon as she dialed in, she didn't know that the guy wasn't, didn't voluntarily pick the call. So they were listening to him, and from there, they started beating him, that he lied to them that he doesn't know my compound, so that my wife has called, and for my wife to tell him that she has been waiting for him for a long time implies that himself knows the exact compound that my family lives in. So they have already dealt with him, blows, injuries, cuts. Then he took them to that apartment, to that compound, and they thought that I was around. They were very certain that I was around. And at the end of the day, they broke into the estate because the gate man refused to open the gate. They scaled through the fence and gained access into the compound and started beating the gate man, manhandled him. You see, so they started breaking into other people's apartments, because the particular apartment the young man directed them to wasn't my own apartment. So they broke into that apartment thinking that my family or myself tried to play a smart one on them by not opening. So when they broke into that apartment, they started manhandling the man and the wife, commanding them to lie face down. And at the end of the whole thing, they tied the hands and legs of that man, treating him as if he was a criminal. Then it was the man that then pointed my own apartment to them. They should go there. So they went there. Then, knowing what's already happening, my wife gave me a call. She called me and told me that a consortium of security men are in the compound. And at that point, she did not know whom they came for. So, I said, okay, there's no problem, that they shouldn't fidget. They might, after all, not be coming for me. And as time went on, they broke into that, they knocked, and my wife opened. Then, in their numbers, they started beating her, kicking her, in fact, slapping her, telling her to provide me or to produce me. That they heard when she called me on the phone, that she was the one that alerted me not to come to her. But I wasn't around now. So at the end, they broke the ceiling of one of the rooms, thinking that I was hiding in the ceiling. So they searched everywhere, manhandled everybody, and took 5 phones out of that apartment and arrested my wife, took her to DSS of State Command in Awka, detained her there. She lasted there for about 17 hours before I sent a lawyer to go there and release her. So she was released. And they didn't want to release her if not for the social media advocacy for her release that was everywhere on social media. So they finally granted her bail, and took my driver to Ebonyi State, to Abakaliki, and detained him there. What was the guy's crime? Nothing, just for knowing me. So they thought that as soon as I heard that they picked my wife, I would just rush and hand myself, to them. So at the end, what they told my lawyer was that they intercepted the communication with me and terrorists, that I am one of those funding IPOB in Southeast. So I just laughed. Won't you have the money before you think of funding terrorism? Do I have the money with which to fund terrorism? So I said, okay, there's no problem. Only themselves know. Then, under breath, they said that I should go and make peace with Ebonyi State government, that I should stop criticizing Ebonyi State government. DSS saying that, so that my lawyer should tell me to go and make peace with Ebonyi State government. I said, what did I do to Ebonyi State government to warrant the advocacy, that I should go and make peace? Make peace over what? Is it not my right to criticize bad policies and programs of government any longer? And at the end of the day, they released her and told her to come back in a week time. Then already they were with the vehicle, the phones and power bank. They destroyed doors, ceilings in that estate. So I'm still telling them to come and fix all those things they destroyed. So finally, after 17 days, I was preparing to take them to court, because I don't know why they should be keeping my driver that long. What did he do? So, but finally they released him. The 18th day they released him, and gave him the vehicle that they seized, and other phones. What they are still with is the power bank, which I'm still begging them to release to my family members. So that has been my ordeal since 30th of July 2026. So